Hi folks, so in this little Solidworks video what we're going to do is we're going to try and create this little simple dice exercise here where we're going to basically make a cube and we're going to cut the little the number sides on each individual face from the 1 to the 4 and so on and the 2 and everything like that. Okay, so a little exercise here, just a simple basic modeling exercise. So in Solidworks what you would do is you would start off by going in here, clicking File, click New and click Part, and then once again then select the OK symbol. That will bring you into what's known as the modeling screen. Now at this point here on the left hand side you have what's known as your design tree, and up here you have your tabs. Now all we're really focused on here in relation to this one is our Features tab, which is anything to do with 3D, and our Sketch tab, which is anything to do with 2D. Now inside here we have our planes, and the plane we're going to start modeling on is using the top plane first of all. So all you do is when you select top plane here, just click once in it, once with the left click mouse button, click once, let go, a little window will pop up here, and what you're going to select then is the sketch icon here. So all you do, top plane and click sketch. And what will happen is your screen will come up like a sheet of paper where you're going to have the origin inside here in the center, which is this little red arrow here. Now if you want to exit your sketch or delete your sketch, if you click on the red X over here, that will delete a sketch, and if you want to exit something that you've done, you can click on the blue arrow here. But we haven't done anything yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to start modeling here now. So up in my sketch tab, I'm going to go up here, and once I select the tab, you'll see the little tools that will be available to you here. We're going to start off with the rectangle tool here. Okay, now if you click the drop down arrow beside it, it'll give you a list here where you can either select a corner rectangle, center rectangle, and so on. Now these are probably the most two common ones that you'll use. Usually people don't usually use these guys too often here. It's usually a corner or center. Now the one that I'm actually going to use is the center rectangle. So I'm going to click on that once, and you'll see that the mouse has changed to a pencil with a little rectangle symbol. Now I want to start on the origin. So it's very important here. You can see I'm kind of linked onto the origin in here, but I'm not on it. Once again, linked underneath it, linked to the right, linked above it. I'm only on the origin when a little orange dot comes on the screen. So all you do is you click once and let go of the mouse and drag the mouse away and click again. Don't worry if it's not a square or anything like that. It doesn't matter if it's a rectangle or a square, because we're going to apply dimensions. It's going to make it a rough square there. Now the tool is still active. If the tool is still active, what you might often happen is that students, will often start clicking, and then before you know it, they have a series of rectangles that they did not want. To deactivate your tool, all you do is you press the escape key on your keyboard. It's the top left button on the keyboard, press escape. Now if you want to get rid of something and undo a step, if you go to your keyboard and hold down the control key, CTRL, bottom left of the keyboard, hold that down and press the letter Z, that will undo any previous step. And this is where I want to be. Now what I want to do with that is I want to make it a square. So a couple of ways I can do it. I'm going to do it with dimensions, but you could do relations. So if I selected this line and hold down Control, CTRL, and click on all the other lines on the outside, I could make them over here if I select relations and make them all equal, and then they will all become equal. But what I'm going to do here is dimensions, because this is kind of a very much introductory video. I'm going to go up to the Sketch tab and I'm going to select Smart Dimension. Just click on that. Now all you do is you click the line here, click once, drag up, click again. It will prompt you, no need to delete, just go 100 and press the enter key on your keyboard or the green arrow here. And now what I'm going to do is do the same with this line. Click once, drag out, click again. Do not hold down the mouse key. 100, enter. And there we go. Now what you'll see, just to show you here, to deactivate the tool, you'll see the little arrow symbol there with the little dimension. To deactivate the tool, press escape. Now you'll notice that our sketch has gone from blue to black, and you'll see down here it will say fully defined. That means my sketch is fully defined, it's perfectly, there's nothing else that can change on that. If I go to dimension it again, you'll see here if I go do this, it'll tell me that I have a driven dimension. No need for it, so there's no need to put it in. Okay? Now, just to show you the process here, if I click the red X, it'll ask me, do I want to delete the sketch? I'm going to click cancel. But if I click on the blue arrow, watch what happens here. My sketch will still be there, but it's grayed out. Okay? All that means is that the sketch is done, but it's not active right now. And you'll see over here in my design tree, I have a sketch here that says sketch 1. If I click on that and go up here to edit sketch, I can get back into it. Okay, now that I've that done, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make it 3D by going to features. So go to your features toolbar and go to your extrude boss base, and you'll see here it'll bring you to a view where you can either grab the arrow, click and hold it and pull it up, and that will kind of make our cube shape. But to be exactly the size I want it to be a cube, it needs to be 100 tall. Over here right now on the left hand side, you've got these different options here. One is blind, you've got different ones, mid-plane. If I click on mid-plane, look what happens, the sketch will stay in the middle. Now I don't want that one, so I'm going to go back here and make sure that it says blind, and I'm going to change my dimension here to 100, 100, and press the enter key. And now that's exactly 100. And then to accept that, you tick on the green arrow. And there we go, there's our little cube. Now what we're going to do, some people might have options on their screen where they have like this little icon here, the view settings. If you click on that, and if I turn on real world graphics and maybe shadows, some people might have that on their screen like that. In certain ways you might be able to see a shadow there. Now I don't like shadows on or real world graphics because it can slow down the performance of the PC. So in view settings I always kind of toggle these off, okay, and maybe only turn them on at the end. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start by modeling and we're going to just literally cut the first hole into it. So you can see here I can select any individual face by rotating around, okay, and selecting any face. But what I want to do is I want to draw on one face. It doesn't matter which one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply select this face here on top. If I click the face, you'll see another box will open up with lots of options here. Now I'm looking for the option that says sketch, not edit sketch, sketch. So click a face and click the sketch icon, and it'll bring it in like a sheet of paper to you. Now the one that I've actually chosen here has brought the origin right in here to the middle. To me that's really handy. But the way I'm going to do it here, just in case you don't have it the origin in the center and maybe it's down here in the corner or something like that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the sketch tab and I'm going to get a line this time, but more importantly I'm going to click the drop down arrow beside it and select the center line. Okay, now that you'll see my pencil here has got a line tool. What I want to do is hover over this top line here, and you'll see here you should be able to find a midpoint. There'll be a little node there, a little yellow dot, and when you're on top of it it'll go orange. Click once, let go, and drag a line down until you get to the center at the bottom. Click again. To deactivate your tool, press the escape key top left of your keyboard and press, and there we go, there's my line. Now on that line I want to draw a circle onto the center, so I'll go to my sketch tab, I'll get my circle tool, no need to select the drop down arrow, just normal circle will be fine here. And then I want to start right in the middle. Once again, if you hover over it, you'll see it'll show us where the middle is. Now in this case it's right in the origin. So all I'm going to do is when it goes orange there on the dot, click once, let go, drag out, click again. To deactivate your tool, press escape. Okay, there's my circle, roughly drawn. Now I'm going to apply dimension, sketch, smart dimension. Click on the outside of the circle, drag out, and it's going to prompt me to put in the diameter. I want the diameter to be 20. 20, press the green arrow or press enter. And that's the size I want it to be. Now there I have, all I've done is I've drawn a circle right in the middle of that face. I want to cut a hole into that. So now I need to go back to my features tab. Okay, and this time instead of extrude boss base, that's the add material, I'm going to select extrude cut, which removes material. So I'll select that, and you'll see here now it's actually kind of referencing the previous number I put in 100. That's way too big. I can either grab the arrow and pull it up, okay, but often I don't really use the arrow. What I like to use is this little guy over here, blind. I want to cut into 5 mil, and I don't want to go 5 mil, I only want to go like 2 mil. Press 2, press enter, and then you can see it's after changing here, and then tick the green arrow to accept. And there we go, we have a little hole cut into it. Now the next one that we're going to do as we work around the faces, bear with me, just got to find my measurements here. The next one we're going to do is the tree one. Okay, so I'm going to scroll around the object, and this is the side for the tree. It'll be in line with the one. So just rotate your object. Doesn't really matter if you do this side or this side. Actually, as long as it's touching any of those four, really, I suppose. But I'm going to use this one. So I click on the face and I click sketch. Same principle, but you'll notice our origin's actually at the bottom this time. So now this time to draw it, I'm going to go to my sketch tab. I'm going to get the arrow or the line tool, drop down arrow, and get the center line. And this time I'm going to start in the top right hand corner, click, and I'm going to draw a line down to the bottom left hand corner, click. To deactivate the tool, press escape. Now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a circle. I'm going to go to the sketch tab, get my circle, I'm going to go into the middle, find the middle, it'll come up, click, drag out, click. Now I'm going to go somewhere else on the line, no area specifically, it doesn't matter how far along, but just roughly around here. Make sure you're on the line though, click, drag out, click, and I'm going to do one more here, click, drag out, click. To deactivate the tool, press escape. I'm going to go up to my sketch tab and get my smart dimension. First one I'm going to dimension is this one. Click on this, click, 20. Okay, now next thing I want to do is I want to dimension between the center points. I'm going to click on this center point, then come up here and click on this center point. And very important here, you'll see here, if I go upwards, it'll give me the horizontal dimension. If I go out here, it'll give me the vertical dimension. I don't want those, I want the angular dimension, like that. So when I get it into that position, the one I want, click. And I want that to be 35. 35, enter. Do the same with this one. Click, and click on the two centers. Then make sure you get that dimension, not the horizontal, not the vertical. And it doesn't matter which side you go. I'm going to go this side, and once again I'm going to go 35. 35, enter. Now the last thing I want to do, I'll press escape here. Little advanced trick here. I want these circles here to be the same size as this one. So if you look at your keyboard and hold down Control, it's the bottom left, hold that down and select each circle. Click, click, and click. On the left hand side you'll see this little tab here called Add Relation. I want them all to be equal, which means they'll all be the same size. So click on this and you'll see that these guys have changed. Click the green arrow and now we're fully dimensioned, fully defined once again. Same principle. Now that I have my dimensions done, I want to cut into that. So features, extrude cut, and cut down 2 mil is already there. That's fine. Just click the green arrow. Perfect. There's side number 2. Now what we're going to do is the next one, which is the 6. So we're going to go around, rotate again, and we're going to go onto this face and click sketch. Straight away again, going to go up to my sketch tab. I'm going to get a center line. And I want to do a center line this time from the midpoint here at the top down to here. Press escape to deactivate your tool. We're now going to get the tool again, so you can either press the return key on your keyboard, which is a shortcut, the tool will come back, or you can just go up here and select it. This time I want to do another line about here. Click there, drag down to here, make sure it's a vertical line. Deactivate your tool by pressing escape. Now you'll see here that this line is blue whereas this one's black. The reason being is because that one was right in the midpoint, so it has a relation attached to it. This guy here, there's a certain dimension I want to apply to that. So go sketch, smart dimension, click on the line, then drag over here and click on the edge, click again, and you can do a dimension between two of them. And click again the third time to prompt it. And now we're going to go 30, enter, 30. Now that's exactly where I want that line. But now what I want to do is I want to draw 3 circles on that line. So go up to my sketch tab, get my circle. I'm going to start in the midpoint, find the middle of the line, hover over it, you'll see the little yellow dot, click once, drag out, click again. I'm going to do the same thing up here, click once, drag out, click again, and once again, click, drag out, click. To deactivate your tool, press escape. Now the first thing I'm going to do with these is I'm actually going to make them all equal first, like we did previously. Hold down Control, bottom left of your keyboard, and click on each circle. Click, click, click. Then let go and go over here and click on equal, and they'll all be the same size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sketch, smart dimension. I'm going to click on this circle, click again, I'm going to make it 20, and all the others will be 20. Now I need to dimension between the center points, and the distance between the center points here is 30 this time. Click the center of this circle and the center of this circle, drag out, click, 3, 0, enter, and I do the same with this one, click, and drag out and click, 3, 0, enter. Now I've half of the circles, this is for the 6. Rather than doing all that again, drawing the 3 circles and dimensioning them and so on, what I can use now is a really handy tool called Mirror. So if I go up here to the sketch tab, you'll notice over here we've got a tool called Mirror Entities, which allows us to copy the 3 circles on the left hand side over to the right. So I'm going to select that there. Now Entities to Mirror is the first option here. This little blue box, you can see if I can select the block boxes here, Mirror About and Entities to Mirror. The things I want to mirror have to go in there, which are the 3 circles. So make sure that box is highlighted, click on it, and then all you do is you come over here and you click each circle, 1, 2, 3, and you'll see arc 1, 2 and 3 have gone in there. Now make sure copy is selected. Now I'm going to go down here and select this box called Mirror About. And that is the line I'm going to use here, because that's the line I wanted to mirror over, the same distance over that line on the opposite side. So now that I've that box selected, click this line, and you'll see the 3 circles will come in on the opposite side. And when you're done, tick the green arrow. And there we go, fully defined once again. So now that we're done, let's cut into it. Features, extrude cut, same distance down, 2 mil, tick the green arrow. Okay, so there's the third side. Now we're getting on to the fourth. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going on to this face now, and click the face and click sketch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a line again, a center line, and I'm going to start in the corner here on the left hand side this time and go to the bottom right and press escape to deactivate your tool. Once again I'm going to get another line, so a center line again, and this time I'm going to go from the top in the middle, the midpoint at the top, to the midpoint at the bottom, and press escape to deactivate your tool. And there is our lines. We have one going diagonally across and one going vertically down through the middle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a circle, so sketch tab, get my circle. I'm going to start about here, and I'm going to draw another one roughly about here. Deactivate your tool by pressing escape. First thing I want them to be is equal, so click the circle, hold down control, bottom left of your keyboard, click the circle, and then come over here and make them equal. They're both equal now, you mightn't realise it, but they are equal, because watch this, if I make this bigger, look, see how the other one will get bigger as well. Now what I want to do is I want to dimension those, so sketch and smart dimension. And this is awkward here now. The first thing I'm going to do is change the size of it. Click on the circle, drag down, click again. I'm going to make that 20. Now what I want to do, and this is important, I'm going to dimension between the side and the center. So click the center of the circle, then come over here and click the side, the left hand side of the square. And I can dimension between them like that. Click again, and I'm going to make that 25. Okay, so that one's fine. I want to do the same with this one. Click on the center, click on the side. Once again, let's make that 25. Now what I'm going to do, there's 2 of them done. I need to now have another one here and another one here. So how will I do that? I'm going to use my mirror entities tool. So I press escape there to deactivate the tool. Go up to sketch tab, mirror entities, click on that. The 2 things I want to copy are the circle, so entities to mirror, click the circle, mirror about, select the box and click the center line, this one here. And what's happened is that circle has mirrored over to this side and this circle has mirrored over to this side. Click the green arrow, there we go, our sketch is done, let's cut it. Features, extrude cut, 2 mil down, green arrow. There we go. So there's 4 of them done. Now what we're going to do is select any other free side. I'm going to go to this face here and click sketch. The next one I have, I think is, I'm not sure which is the next one, is the number 2. So this is really handy here. So we've just done that one. I'm going to repeat the process. Go up to my sketch tab, get my line, my center line, and I'm going to draw a line from the top left to the bottom right. Deactivate your tool by pressing escape. Get your circle, sketch tab, circle. I'm going to draw a circle on the line there, and a circle on the line there. I'm going to go sketch and smart dimension now. I'm going to click on the circle, drag out, make that 20. Click again, make it 20. Now press escape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down control, bottom left of your keyboard, click on the circle, and then come over here and click equal, and click the green arrow. And now what we're going to do is I need to dimension it 25 from the center to the edge. So sketch, smart dimension, click the center, click the edge, click again, 25. Same thing down here, click the center, click the edge, click again, 25. And there we go. So we're going to go, let's move that guy up. Features, extrude cut, 2 mil again, it's already done for us. Click the green arrow. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 6, 4, and I think the one we're missing is the 5. So now the last face here, click the face and click sketch. And for the number 5, what we're going to do is, it's very similar, we're going to get the sketch tab, going to get a center line, start in the top left, make sure you get the node to the bottom right, press escape to deactivate your tool. Now, quick shortcut, if you press the return key, which is the little arrow key above the kind of arrow keys above it, or sorry, the little upside down L, it'll bring you back to the tool you previously used. Go up here to the center point at the top, to the center point at the bottom. Now press escape, And now what I want to do is draw my circles. So I'm going to go sketch, circle. I'm going to go into the midpoint, draw a circle. I'm going to go up here roughly to the top left, draw a circle. Bottom right, draw a circle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press escape to deactivate my tool. I'm going to hold down control, bottom left of the keyboard. I'm going to make sure they're all equal by selecting them. And then go equal. Now what I want to do is dimension. Click sketch, smart dimension. I'm going to select the circle here in the middle first. I'm going to make it 20. Click and click, make it 20. Now what I want to do is the same thing. Click on the center, click on the side, 25. Click on the center, click on the side. I'm actually going to make it 20, I think, rather than 25. So I think 20 looks better here. So to change that, all you do is you double click the dimension and change it to 20. Okay, and it'll move into position. Press escape. Now what I want to do is I want another circle here and here, so I can use my mirror tool to copy this one and this one, not the middle. So I'm going to go sketch, mirror entities, entities to mirror. I want to copy this circle and this circle. Mirror about, select the box and click on the center line here, and there we go, and click the green arrow. It just copied the two I selected, and there we go. There's our 5. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go features and extrude cut, and it'll cut in 2 mil. It stayed the same all the time. Tick the green arrow, and there we go. So there is our little cube. Now the next thing I want to do, okay, I want to do the individual faces. I'm going to go white, a plastic, and I'm going to go black, and the last thing I'm going to do then, actually before I do that, I will put a fillet on, sorry. So to give a little rounded feel to the dice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to my features toolbar, and over here on the right you'll see an icon that says fillet. Now if you select the drop down arrow, you've got a fillet or a chamfer. I want to use fillet, which gives a rounded edge. A chamfer will give a straight sharp edge, so it's your choice. I'll explain the both of them. So if I do a fillet first, click on that. Now the options here are selected. What's very important here is on your PC it might say no preview. Very important, change that to full preview. You have different fillet types. You have a normal fillet here, then you've got what's known as a variable fillet, a face fillet and a full round fillet. This one is usually the one constant size fillet that's selected. It's generally the one that you'll end up using. So make sure that one is selected. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to our fillet parameters, and we're just going to change the dimension here to, I'm going to go 5 mil. Change that to 5, and what I'm going to do now is items to fillet. I'm simply going to select the edges, not the faces. Very important, I want to select the edges. So if I select the edge, you'll see here a little rounded edge will come in. Now that will not show unless you have full preview showing. If I click no preview, it will have done it, but I can't see it. So it's very important here, click on full preview and it'll show you the work. Now if you select the edges, watch this, very important, I'm going to go around here. Very important you select the edges. If you accidentally select the face, see here it says edge 1, 2, 3, 4. If I come around here and I select the face, you'll see what will happen actually is it'll do all the edges, but it's going to do the whole face, which means it's going to get the circular bits for the numbers, which I don't want to do. So to deselect that, if you come back over here and click on it and click delete on your keyboard, and make sure you just select all the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you might have to swivel around the object just like that. Okay, and there's all our fillets done. And once you're done, tick the green arrow. And there's our nice little kind of curved structure there. So what we're going to do now is we are going to add appearances to it. So to add appearances, if you select any part of the object, doesn't matter where, you'll see this little box will pop up again. And what I'm going to do here is, see the little color wheel? If you click the drop down arrow there, you have different options. You can do the individual face, you can do the step that it was applied to, or the body, or the whole part. Now what I'm going to do here is, this is kind of getting into understanding of multi-body approach, but I'm just going to click on the whole part. Okay, so if I'll click on the whole part there. So if I click on part, now a little box will open up here on that. So I'm going to go into my appearances guy here, click the arrow beside it, and what I want to use here is, you can use different types, it's up to you, but I'm going to use plastic. So if I click on the arrow beside plastic, it'll give me high gloss, low gloss, medium gloss, textures and things like that. I'm just going to go for a low gloss. I'll go medium gloss, and I'm going to go white. If you click on that, it'll change. Now, depending on the computer graphics, you can get different types. Now, I can also be in medium gloss, and I can come over here and I can change it to green. I'm going to go with a white though. So there's my white, low gloss, that's fine. tick the green arrow to accept. Okay, so that's done. That's changed to white. Now what I want to do is all the faces here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the steps. So this time, if I click in here, you'll see when I click in it, see the little cut? Over here on the left, it's kind of known as cut extrude 6. We'll rename these at the end. But if I click on that and I go up here to the color wheel, so if I click the drop down arrow, this time I'm going to select the step, which was called cut extrude 6, and click on that. Now that I've selected the step, I'm going to go to my medium gloss, and this time scroll down here, and what I want to select is either black or dark grey. Now I prefer dark grey, and you'll see it'll come up. If you go black, it's kind of hard to see the detail, so I usually choose dark grey. And there it is, all the skies for that step have gone in kind of the dark grey colour. Now, what other steps can I select here? Okay, so if you go over here to the right hand side, see this little guy where it says part 1? If you click the drop down arrow, you can select cut extrude 5, cut extrude 4, 3, 2 and 1. And what you'll notice is, rather than having to do them all individually, I've selected them all in one go, and they've all changed. That's probably the easiest way to do it. So a lot of people, you can just select the arrow here and you can see your steps, and then tick the green arrow, and there's your little dice. Okay. Now at this stage, if you want at this stage, you can see we've got the little lines here. You can go into visibility here, so display style, and you could do it to this one. This one here says shaded with edges. You could also select just shaded, and it'll show it up there without the edges visible. Okay, kind of gives it, and then at this point you can turn on your real world graphics and your shadows and all that if you want it. Okay, and you can see what it looks like there. Now the last thing I would always do here then is I would go back here and I would rename these features. So where it says boss extrude 1, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to press the F2 key on your keyboard, and it'll prompt you to change it. Now I usually leave the step called boss extrude and I come here to the left hand side, and what I do is I'm just going to say dice body, and then click anywhere on the screen, and that has renamed. Do the same thing with cut extrude 1, so that's number 1. So what I'll do here is I'll just click on this, press F2, go to the front and put 1, cut extrude. The next one was, you can see here, number 2, so that's 3 cut extrude, doesn't really matter. Click it, press F2, go to the front, 3. What's the next one? That's number 6, so this one, click it, press F2. 6. So I'm just basing it off the numbers of the cuts for the holes. What's the next one? So when I click it here, it will show, see the way there, if I click it here, it's showing me, so that's number 4. So click it, press F2, 4, space, number 2, click it, press F2, number 2 then, and finally this one is number 5, last one, F2, 5, and I renamed it. Okay, and fillets don't need to be renamed, but there we go. Now at this point, there's our little dice. You can turn off, I'm going to turn off the real world and the shading. At this point all you would do is you would go file and save. But that's your dice there done, guys. Hope you found that video helpful. Okay.